Tax day is April 18th, and we talk now with a CPA about what you need to know before filing as we mark Financial Literacy Month. Joining us now is Injil Muhammad. He's a CPA and the president of Madison Avenue Advisors. He's also the author of a new book, Overtaxed: How to Escape Overpaying the IRS and Get on the Road to Zero Taxation. Mr. Muhammad, thanks for staying up late with us tonight.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. So, you know, your new book is right on time. A new survey by the Pew Research Center reveals the majority of Americans feel corporations and wealthy people do not pay their fair share in taxes. What do you make of that?
Well, there's some truth to that. I think what happens is that when most people say they don't want to pay taxes, which we clearly understand. And the reason I wrote the book is because I want people to move away from I don't want to pay taxes to I want to increase my assets. Because when you increase your assets, by definition, you're going to pay less taxes. And the reason I say that is this. Individuals, they have something called the ordinary rate, which ranges from 10% to 37%. Mm-hmm. When you make money, you pay the ordinary rates as we as individuals. When our money makes money, we pay a lower rate, which is the capital gain rate, or no rate at all. So richer people who have wealth understand how to use assets to borrow money so they don't have to pay tax. When they sell those assets, they pay less tax. Mm-hmm. So there's some truth to that, but we're trying to get clients to focus on bringing income to their tax return that's not taxable, as opposed to focusing on what they can write off.
Gotcha.
So I call it the upstairs portion of your tax return. Focus on that as opposed to just focus on what you can write off.
Gotcha. So big changes, as you know, are underway this tax season as a result of the Secure Act 2.0. Tell us about that.
I think it's a great act. The crux of the act is to get more people to invest for retirement. And some of the key points is this. Number one, companies are now going to have to automatically enroll employees to 401k plans. Before it was optional, it's going to be automatic. It's going to be the default. And one thing that really I got excited about, a couple of years ago, I was speaking to a group of attorneys who just came out of law school. They were deciding whether should they pay off student loans or invest in a 401k. Obviously, I was just telling them to invest in a 401k, but what the Secure Act has done is said this. If you pay off student loans, you can use that money, the employer, I should say, can use that money to contribute to your 401k. So in other words, if you pay off student loans and you have $10,000 paid off student loans, the employer can match a portion of that and put that into your 401k, which I think is a big deal.
Okay, so your book, Overtaxed, is also giving tips on how to escape overpaying the IRS. Does the IRS tell you when you're overpaying, or do they just let people do it and not say anything?
If you make a blatant error on your tax return, for example, if you have estimated tax payments that you just didn't report, and they would, obviously the IRS, they're honest people. They would tell you, hey, you put down $50,000 as a estimated payment, but you really paid $75,000. They would send you that $25,000. But what I'm talking about is more of a tax planning strategy. Strategy to invest in something called the Roth IRA, Roth 401k plan. And the reason why I think that is so important is because it brings income to your tax return that is not taxable. Okay, and it's for all of us. It's for the very wealthy. It's for some of us that are not wealthy. A lot of wealthy people believe that they don't qualify for a Roth contribution because they're focusing on the IRA side. But in a 401k, anyone can contribute to a 401k regardless of your income level. So my book is trying to get us to focus on upstairs, the income section, so that we're creating assets or income that is not taxable.
Well, this is great advice. Injil Muhammad, CPA and author of Overtaxed. Appreciate your time tonight.